like about it.
We're back.
That is one of the first tricks you learn, and
Yeah.
it's the most useful trick you'll learn.
Yeah.
Very, very useful trick for sure. I used it every day. Where's my wire? My jump. Okay, so this is done. Same thing. So this one's, I already like this one more than that one.
Yep.
So, there's my, my lacy time there. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use that now. But yeah, you never know. That's true though. All right, now to the body. So we're making the body. Now, before I make the body, I got my hands not too dirty. I'm gonna make space right now. I got it. Perfect. By the way, let's see. Look, we got this so far. Alright. Wow, this is incredible. Very good. Alright. So yeah, probably 3 pounds here. Perfect. Great teapot body. Teapot body, you can base it off 2 forms. You can base it off a bowl or you can base it off a cylinder. It's sort of one of the only things that you can really go with either, depending on what you're gonna do with it after. If you're gonna trim it, bowl. If you're not gonna trim it, cylinder. I'm gonna go with no trim. I'm going all the way down to 1/4 of an inch. Measure, you can measure with anything once you get good enough. So we'll measure that, that's pretty good. Stretch my floor. You want to especially compress well teapots, as they're going to have a lot of heat tension. I broke a teapot, the first one of the better teapots that I have broke after I put boiling water on it. But the problem is not that I put boiling water on it, I say. The problem is that I didn't build it right to withstand that. So I didn't compress it enough. I maybe had very angular, like very sharp angles here and there, and it just didn't do it well. But if you compress well enough, and if you have transitions that are curvy, most places it should be fine.
No, I mean, you can shape it forward gently.
Do you have a hole? It's got a rip.
You've got a thin spot.
I think you've got a rip on the side.
Yeah, but if it's not showing any, if you can't see light through it, you can fire it. But you gotta be done with it. Remember, like, what's the next step?
The more you press it,
Get it out of it. That's it. Yeah, you can't do much more. Jesus, this is slip. This is pure slip I'm throwing with. I'm never doing that again.
Too much water. You use too much water.
No, there's too much clay in the water.
This was closer, and I grabbed the tiny.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think I said that last class. Just fill up your bucket of water. Yeah, I didn't. Alright, so I do like a narrow bottom teapot. So even though I made my bottom wide, like maybe 4 inches wide, you can still push that and keep pushing it actually. And what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be redirecting the floor upwards. That's sort of an advanced hold because you gotta manipulate and really redirect the floor efficiently. It's not risky if you can do if you do it.
And I can do that. Where I run into the problem when I try to do it.
How do I get it?
Because that's kind of what I end up doing on the screw.
Right.
Is that I end up with weird pressure here.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I think
as because then when I go to come up, I end up off.
I'm trying to understand which of
Okay, so I'm pushing in the bottom, so I've got more pressure there. But then
the
I
bottom
end
gets
up,
the top gets
so
uneven.
just above it gets a little bit.
Oh,
off.
okay. So that's because maybe you're pushing a foundation that's too thin, but it could be a number of things in that case.
How do I get the top down again to make it thicker at the top?
Compress it with the sponge. Yep.
Yep. Follow the walls. Yeah, don't press that too hard. Your pressure is coming from here. This is what you're setting that up to look like. Yeah. All right, go. Put top pressure on the sponge. Top, right on the line. Right on the line. Right here, right on the line. Boom, like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I went fast. I wanted her to go fast, and I went fast. There you go. You see that? Beautiful. All right. So here I got that as narrow as I want. I really like that, and I like that line what I created there. So I'm going with it. I'm going with it. I'm gonna expand it a little bit more.
Yeah, pull it up from the sides, like touch and bottom. Okay. Like wiping a butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like wiping a what? A
Wiping a
butt?
butt.
I like the cooking references for the most part, but that's good too.
Well, we've already talked about poopy diapers, right, or whatever.
We did talk about baby shit. That's true.
And we have some
All right, I
butt crack on
guess.
your pot. So,
I guess.
There you go, hey. Be consistent.
We got
Is that it? Is it butts and poop?
Look.
So we're gonna make that's Tuesday.
So far, this has been one of the cleaning classes that I've been.
No jokes, for real. Yeah.
Normally we are much more off color.
We have fun here. We definitely do. Alright, so here, just going for form. I'm not too worried about the teapot will come through. But I am, since I push the bottom here, the line that I'm following is the form of this teapot. I'm not even worried about the capacity at this point.
Okay.
I like this form. I like how this is beginning. This is remind me of a teapot demo that I saw Matt Long do a long time ago, and I'm excited. So I'm going to. Huh?
I do like the shape.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. So I'm not gonna get greedy here, but I will stretch this wall just a tiny bit more. And I'm going to engrave that line work in this part here, not on the bottom. The bottom's gonna be clean. I'm just gonna have that part sort of where that attaches. And I'm thinking about it. Yep, I'll have all that have that spiral, and then the rest is gonna be.
I don't think I'm moving it.
You're moving it. That looks different than you looked a minute ago. So.
It is going up a little. Just like
That to me is the hardest part.
yeah.
All right. So what tool I use for that? I use the side of the knife, but I'm just gonna use my fingers. I'm not gonna knife this well. There we go. There you go. I choked the last bit. Now I'm gonna compress the rim in just a second. First, I'm gonna do that separation of aesthetics right there. So now I got my lid where I'm gonna be putting the gallery for the rim.
Okay.
And I got this right here that I got measured, which I eyeballed pretty well, I think.
Yeah. Because I actually thought you needed to come in more, so yeah.
I got this.
Well, and I think I was
getting
thinking-
paid for this. What?
Yeah. But
I will always measure anyway. That's the funniest thing. Is like, what do I do with that? Nothing, because I still measure.
measure twice, cut
But still,
once.
dude, no rush. Especially with a teapot. The teapot's got all my time. I don't throw teapots like I throw anything else. Maybe pictures, with all the hand building I do later. But.
I actually used my picture for the first time.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Nice.
I liked it. It poured nice. It dripped just
That's
a little.
That's okay. So here's the one
But
thing
yeah,
that's
it poured
bothering
really
me.
nice.
That's great. I'm gonna plumb that a little bit more. You see, I'm just plumbing the outside a little bit more. And then I'm gonna work this transition a little bit more aggressively. I'm gonna make 2 lines right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it again. I did narrow it down a little. There we go. That's perfect. And now I'm gonna get this hook here, and then galleries, right? I've done galleries before.
I'm gonna do it by accident.
This right here in the front. Roll it down. Faster, better sometimes here.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a textbook gallery right there. You can compress it a little bit too, but it kind of compresses itself.
As it goes down, right?
Little. And, that's enough space. I'm gonna drop it just a tiny bit more.
Do you want to make sure you've got, well, I guess you could always trim, right?
What?
To make sure that it sits down in there.
I'm gonna measure and then I can always trim. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, you said it. You got
As
it.
far as trying to get it to exact.
Mhm.
As long as you're a little bit over, you can always trim it.
Yeah, and I'm worried about just the thickness of this wall right here, because outside I might trim that. I'm not going to trim a foot on it, but I will trim an excess and make a just a little ridge on the foot, sort of, just so it looks like, you know, it's sitting on something. But more of a visual thing than anything. So I'm gonna scrape this, get all the water out, work on that transition also. Like, I'm still gonna trim it, so I'm not too worried about it, but I do want to start that visual idea, because there's a lot of times that you finish this on the wheel and it's just right, so you don't need to do anything. So you always give yourself the chance of being able to see that, even though your plan is different. If I can visualize it right now and I think that there might be something, you're giving yourself the chance, at least. Round it up there. That's pretty good. That's good. I'm gonna double check the measurement here. It's pretty good. It's a bit smaller, which is good. You want to make it a little tighter.
Okay.
So if you got this that size, that's actually a little over that size, so that's perfect.
Okay.
And this one's a bit smaller, so I can always trim
Trim
that.
that.
Or trim this, you know? You don't want it to be loose, that's the only thing. Keep it nice and round. Clean my hands again.
This is my third time doing this class, and so I know the basics, but it's the finesse, the stuff that you have to do.
And that's pretty good. I'm gonna just be done with that.
So
'Cause there's things about the profile that I would change, but nah.
Cereal bowl,
I'm gonna run my
like
hands.
it's got extra half a pound of clay that it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like I've got a bunch of stuff at home already that's like, you know, I was excited about when I made it, but now I'm
Yeah,
just
you got
trying to
time, I'll just
learn
need to dry my
how to,
hands.
you know, do other fun things.
Alright, how do I get it to come up?
Literally done right now. I'm on it.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, wire. Hey, that was a 25-minute teapot. Not bad.
I know.
It's a solid demo. I'm drying my hands. Get up front. I don't want the top to work. That's all. So I feel it and it's heavy, but I'm gonna trim so much of the bottom part that I'm not worried about it. So there are my parts. The only thing I don't have there, my handle. And then, but you wanna just not think about that right now. The handle, I would like a handle that goes right there,
Yeah.
on the top. You can go for this, but depending on which you use. If you go for a side handle, you can do that, because then you can work with that. The amount of, yeah, that's why I put that, I ended up putting that handle on that, or that spout. But that's it. I'm gonna upload that 2 files to YouTube.
Yeah.
Boom.